Hi, the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this psychic crystal reading for the new moon in Cancer, June 25th, 2025, for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the water signs are, the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So just know this new moon is not just going to affect your element of your sun sign only. So if you know the element that corresponds to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, and even your cusp sign, you may want to watch those parts of the video as well. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you may want to check that out. And if you want to get any of the special videos that I record for my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I look at very specific topics using a variety of divination tools, I have the most recently recorded video series links posted down below in the description under the video. You can also get these links by going to my website, theluckymermaid.com, on the videos page. And there you can see all the different video series I've recorded over all these years. I've been on YouTube for 11 years, but I've been recording videos on Vimeo for 10 years. So there's 10 years worth of video links there. So you may want to go over there and check some of those out. And you can read the descriptions of how long the predictions go out for, what divination tools I used, and then you click on the zodiac sign you want under the heading of the video series you want, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. So I just want to let you know the three most recently recorded video series I have right now is the Love and Romance Mid-Year 2025 Psychic Tarot and Oracle Card Update for singles and couples for each sign of the zodiac. So if you want to see what my guides had to say for you in the second half of this year in the area of love, you may want to check those videos out. And I recommend in any of the video series, it may be in your best interest to get your sun sign and your rising sign both, if you can do so. But just if you want to get one, get the videos that normally resonate with you on YouTube. And Rumble. Whatever sign usually resonates with you, that would be what I would recommend on Vimeo. Also, my mid-year 2025 Psychic Tarot Update, second half of the year. Again, this is the center of the Celtic Cross Tarot spread for each sign. And it's going to cover a myriad of subjects: health, love, work, business, family, you name it. Anything can pop up in those readings. So you may want to check them out. And also don't forget my psychic crystal readings, not only for the month of June 2025, but I think my July readings link will also be below at the time you see this video. So if you want to see what my guides have to say for you for June in the crystal, and possibly July link will be there too, you may want to check those readings out as well. Again, the links are down below in the description box. They're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page. And stick around to the end of the video, because I'm going to have another viewer appreciation giveaway this month. It will be for some people, it'll be in the USA and people that live outside the USA. There'll be instructions for both. And you need to be a subscriber. You need to be a subscriber and also following me on Facebook. There's more rules in this one. And please People, if you don't win, if you're not the person I pin and announce the winner in the full moon video, please don't write me and tell me you won, because I had many people telling me they won and they were not the winners. So please don't do that. I don't want to ruin it for other people. I want to keep doing the giveaways for a while, so let's not ruin it for the winners or for me doing the giveaways. So that's all I have to say about that. So stick around to the end of the video to hear about the instructions and what the giveaways will be. So all that being said, now onto your psychic crystal reading for the new moon in June 25th, 2025 for each of the 4 elements. And I'm starting with the element of Earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. There could be a lot of judgmentalism going on with the earth signs. You could be very judgmental of other people, or you could find that other people are being particularly judgmental towards you. Some of you earth signs are going to be digging in deep into some kind of subject that you're interested in, but you could also be digging through paperwork, documents, maybe even old bills. Could even be things to do with your house, like the blueprints of your house, or the the zoning chart of your property. Some of you earth signs, your instincts are going to be on point and on fire, and don't underestimate the power of your psychic ability, because your psychic ability, your intuition, and your instincts will be really on point from the energies of this new moon in Cancer. This could be a new moon that the energy brings to you earth signs where you want to start linking up with new people. This could be in friendships or in clubs, groups, or organizations. It could also be maybe you want to link up with somebody new romantically. You could want to start dating more from this new moon in Cancer. This new moon in Cancer is going to help some of the earth signs really gather their forces and their energy together, and it's actually going to give you more power. So it's going to be a really good time for the earth signs, like if you have to make some kind of PowerPoint presentation, some kind of speech, go to a job interview, make any kind of videos, or put anything out there to the public, or demonstrate more power in your relationships. This will be the next 2 weeks, and up to 30 days will be when you should really feel able to exercise your power more. And if you're trying hard to impress anybody in whatever capacity, it's actually going to go very well for you. Like, people are going to be recognizing you, acknowledging you more, and being, sorry, I have a hair that's bothering me, and being impressed by you is very likely from this energy. This could be a new moon where you are going to be very protective of secrets. People could tell you a lot of secrets. You could find out some secrets of other people's secrets, like they could tell you or you could find it out. It could be things about your secrets. Secrets could come up for you, but they're going to be protected. You're going to file them away. Like, you're going to protect them. You're not going to let people get at them. Now, here are the 3 cautions or warnings for the earth signs. You got to be really sure about what you're saying, because you could make some kind of, like, I hate to say it this way, stupid comment, or that maybe you're not even thinking about it. You're like, oh, I'm just saying whatever pops in my head, blah, blah, blah. And it could like really backfire, upset somebody, and come back to haunt you. And you could even be just goofing around. But it could be perceived as like a stupid comment or insulting to someone. You got to be careful you don't get tricked into any scams, or that you don't get advice from the wrong people. There could be someone that wants to act like they're giving you, like they're your friend, and that they care about you and that they're giving you good advice. And really they're not. They're trying to sink you. So like if you buy an outfit and you ask your best friend and you're like, does this look good on me? And they say, yeah, it looks great. And it really looks terrible. They're doing that to you on purpose. It's that kind of energy. You got to be careful of people gaslighting you or intentionally trying to sink you. And if they are, it's going to be somebody that you wouldn't expect, or you would think, oh, they would never do that. Like, you know, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a coworker that you get along really well with, but somebody could be out to like sink your ship somehow. Some of you need to be careful that you don't trip up in and say the wrong thing in another way, where it could be like you send out an email blast or make a promotion of some sort and you give the wrong dates. You give the wrong time, you give the wrong dates. You could be doing that with appointments if you have to make one-on-one appointments with people. You may be thinking you're telling them the right date and you're a week early, or you're giving them the week later, or the date is just screwed up in some other way. Maybe it's supposed to be on the 14th and it's actually the 19th, or, you know, whatever the date is. You got to be careful of the information you're sending out to people about time, dates, especially involving appointments, or if you're doing any kind of advertising for some kind of promotion. You really, really need to be careful, because this new moon in Cancer energy could cause you to give out the wrong information. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. This new moon could bring up like things that are scary to you or frighten you. I would not recommend you watching horror stories or true crime videos or anything like, or, you know, podcasts of like anything scary, spooky. I feel like you could be scared really easily. You may even be scared by noises you hear in your home or outside your home. So there could be some anxiety-provoking things or trepidation or upsetment that could kick up for you. If anything scary, I wouldn't subject yourself to anything scary over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, but especially the day of the new moon and the days around it. This may be a new moon that inspires water signs to think outside the box and to put your ideas into something tangible, like drawing or writing or, you know, a video, something. Thinking outside of the box and putting your creative ideas and your creativity into something tangible. This could cause the water signs to want to sleep a lot and potentially eat more. So you may find your appetite is up. You may feel like, why am I always hungry now? Or you may feel really tired and sleepy from this new moon in Cancer. Some of you could revitalize an old relationship that comes back into the picture. It could be an old friendship or even a family relationship, like if you've gotten distant or you haven't talked to them for a while or seen them for a while. But for some of you, it could be a revitalization of a love relationship that could show back up, or one that you're already in could get an injection of revitalization. Now, some of you have somebody new popping into your life that's going to make you feel happy, fun. It could be a new love partner. If you have anyone in your family that is pregnant, a child could be born. Like, it could be born to you. It could be born to, one of your siblings. So a new person could pop into your life. This could also come from like a new love partner shows up for you, a new friend shows up for you, or maybe if you have kids that are dating, maybe they're going to bring home somebody new that they're serious about, and this new person could pop into your life. But I feel like it's happy. This is something that you're going to feel positive about. You're going to be happy about it. I feel that some of you water signs may see some kind of boost to your finances. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a huge boost. It could be just a little boost, but it could come from, like, if you own your own business, maybe you're going to do more sales, or if you work for another company, they may give you a little bit of a raise or a bonus. You could have somebody in your family just be generous and want to give you money. This could be a new moon that brings in new clients, new customers, and new accounts. If you do any work in the business world, or you work for a business or company, or you own your own business, or you're self-employed, new clients and customers and business and accounts could come to you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, but especially the days around the new moon in Cancer. So here are the 3 cautions for the water signs from the energies of this Cancer new moon. Be careful you're not spitting facts that are incorrect. I feel that some of you water signs may be pontificating and expressing, like, this is this data, this is this fact, this is fact, that's fact, and the facts aren't right. Some of them, maybe some are wrong, and maybe some are right, but some are also wrong. So be careful not to make everything you're doing or saying or talking about and act like it's fact. Some of you water signs could upset some people in your family by something you're buying or selling, or both. So it could be objects, personal items, things like that. It could be stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies. It could be property. But something you're buying and or selling could upset family members in July. I'm sorry, well, it could be in July, really, because from the energies of this new moon, it's going to continue on and affect you as you go into July. This is a hard one. If somebody berates you and you come back at them bitterly, venomously, you could get fired if it happens at work. Or if it's in a love relationship, you guys could split up or separate, or a friendship could end. So I know this is weird, because, like, why would I tell you to take some crap from somebody else? I just feel like if you want to say something back to them and you want to preserve the relationship, you need to be super careful about what you say. Because if you want to, like, settle the score and make them pay, like, be venomous in any way back, it's going to ruin this relationship. Maybe you feel like, well, if they're saying things to me, then I don't care. Well, that's up to you. I'm just letting you know it's coming up as a caution or a warning. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. There could be something in your life that you're very concerned about, fire signs, that you really want to see work out, but you may be concerned like it's not going to stick, it's not going to last, and it could fall apart. You could feel this way about a love relationship, but it could also be a job, a part-time job. It could even be about a place where you're living. This new moon in Cancer could inspire the fire signs to want to clean things. And I mean like hospital clean, like clean things down to like the bare bones of clean. So you may be cleaning walls, windows, siding outside of your home, shampooing rugs, cleaning hardwood floors. You could clean everything. There could be something going on in your life that some of you fire signs feel like you need guidance. So you could be seeking advice. I feel for many of you, this is going to be seeking advice from your friends and or family. But if it's of a more serious, pressing nature, you could be seeking advice from therapists or medical professionals or lawyers. But seeking advice comes up here. You could feel especially amorous from this new moon in Cancer. You may feel really romantically inclined and really want physical intimacy with somebody you're connected to, or maybe even somebody you just meet. So this could drive up a lot of passion and desire for the fire signs. I feel that some of you are generating more income somehow from something you create or from a job where you work, or perhaps investments you're invested in could be working their magic for you and generating more income. Some of you, your psychic ability is going to be on fire, and you are going to be presented with a lot of signs, symbols, and synchronicities. You know, like 444, 222, 111 on the clock, like repeated for you over and over again, or on like license plates, and then you see it on a house sign. You could see repeated numbers, synchronicities, signs, symbols. Certain animals that are unusual show up. But I feel like you are going to be able to understand and read the signs, symbols, synchronicities, and messages. If you had to file any kind of lawsuit or claim about something, it doesn't have to be a legal claim. Some of you, it could be like a claim for, you know, something through insurance or something else, or I feel like it comes through for you. Like you get the benefit of a claim that you may have already submitted or filed, like the positive results that you get come back to you the days around the new moon in Cancer, or for the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. So now here are the 3 cautions for the fire signs. I hear sometimes your wit is like one of your biggest blessings. But I'm going to tell you, if you're in a situation where you feel like, I'm going to say something really funny, you're going to screw it up. You're going to mess up the joke, or you're going to trip over your words, or you're going to look like, you don't want to look like a fool or dopey. You don't want to look like that. So if you feel the urge coming on, maybe it's at a wedding, maybe it's at a family party, maybe you're out with friends doing something like drinking, but you, like, maybe you don't care if you screw it up. Maybe you're going to be like, I don't care that I messed that up, but I feel like you might. So just be careful of that. If you want to tell something funny or some kind of jokes, that you're going to trip up your words, you're not going to tell it right, or it's going to come out like where people are going to be like, huh? What are you saying? So keep that in mind. When you feel that urge, you may want to stuff it down and not say what you're thinking is funny. My guides are saying where there's smoke, there's fire. It could literally be smoke. So if you smell smoke, investigate that, because it could be something catching on fire in your workplace or in your home. But where there's smoke, there's fire can also be in relationships and other situations. So if something crops up that you're suspicious of, that gets your suspicions, there's something to it, whether it's figuratively or literally. So it could literally be smoke. Well, then there's a fire somewhere and you need to know about it. But it could be situationally and relationship-wise, where there's smoke, there's fire. So if you've got some suspicions, there is something to it. There is fire. So you may need to investigate that, whether it's figuratively or literally. You have to be careful. This new moon could instill anger or rage or impulsivity with your temper. Could kick up for you fire signs over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. And you may come to regret it. Like sometimes when people get mad, they feel like, I don't care, it's justified, I got mad about it. But in your case, it's coming up as a caution or a warning. So you need to know that you may be quick to anger. You may be quick to be impulsive with your anger. And you need to be careful of your blood pressure, because I feel like some of you, your blood pressure could be an issue here. So be careful of that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the element of air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I feel that some of you air signs are going to be doing something over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days that is going to lead to something else. So it's like some kind of action steps of some sort that you're going to take that will actually lead you on a new path or lead you to something else or something new or something bigger, but it would happen like the days around the new moon or at some point over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, that in the future it leads you, air signs, to something else. Could be a new career, could be a new friendship, could be a new love relationship. Like some action steps you take or something you're going to do will lead you to something new that has some kind of potential for your future. There could be some things that pop up for the air signs, that something you want to learn about or something you want to do or something you're trying to create or start. There could be something that's unclear to you. And you need to do more digging, more research. You need more information. It could be something you're trying to do on the computer. It could be something you're trying to create. And you may feel like, well, I know how to do some of it, but there may be aspects of it that are unclear, that you need to do more research or you need more information. This new moon in Cancer could cause some of you air signs to have some kind of spike in adrenaline. You could have an adrenaline rush. You may be very much inspired to like do sports, start jogging, lifting weights, exercising, swimming, something. Maybe you already do it. If you already do those things, you may like step it up, do even more. But I get like wanting adrenaline, feeling adrenaline that can come from physical activity. You could learn a lesson. about somebody you put your faith and trust in, you come to find out, like, you're like, well, I learned my lesson. I can't trust them again. So it could happen that you learn the lesson while the new moon is in Cancer and the energies are affecting you, or a situation repeats with someone you learned that you can't totally rely on them or trust them, could show up again. And you're going to be faced with it again. And you're like, well, did I learn my lesson or didn't I? And you're going to say you learned your lesson. If you had something going on in your career or something that you were trying to get going, it could be a career project, a work project, a website, a business. It could also be a diet, an exercise program, something that was like humming along or gradually starting, really starts to rock, roll, and rumble now. It's going to start, like, you're going to start to see some action, some fruits of your labors. Some of you could have some kind of talent or skill that you possess get acknowledged and appreciated. So this could be from your bosses, clients, customers. It could be from people in your family. It could be people you know. It could be coming from people you don't know. But talents and skills that you possess getting acknowledged and appreciated in some manner. Some of you find out, this came up for one of the other signs, but it was worded differently for one of the other elements. I feel like, because secrets came up earlier, I feel like secrets are coming up here again, but for the air signs, it's like they're going to find out some secrets. But this is secrets that you want to know, not secrets that you're like, oh, I don't care about that secret. You're going to be glad you found it out. It may have been something that you were wondering about or worried about or pressing on your mind. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Some of you have to settle with not having absolute 100% certainty about something. So some of you that are like, I want to know the answer. I want to know 100%, or I want to know how it's going to go roll forward, or I want the answer, yes or no, about something. You're going to have to settle for the fact that over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, there's something that is uncertain that you want certainty about. Could even be about things going on out in the world. Some of you air signs need to be careful. You could catch some kind of cold or flu or something, could be allergies. I see you sneezing. I pick up sneezing, coughing. So you could be getting a cold, or you could be having some kind of allergy or allergic reaction to something. Again, with the falling, with the air signs, I'm so tired of hearing it because I'm an air sign. You got to be careful climbing up steps carrying a box or carrying something, because my guides are showing, you would think that you fall going down the steps, but I see you falling going up steps, but you're carrying something. Or you got to be careful of your footing, because I also pick up stumbling. So you could stumble and fall. So be really, really careful, air signs, of falling over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. I wish the cloud of the falling situation would leave the air signs, because it keeps coming up and it's coming up again. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And as I said earlier, if you're interested in getting any of the special video series I record for Vimeo, Those links are all down below for the most recently recorded videos and on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. And in addition to the ones I talked about in the beginning of this reading, I'm going to also remind you, don't forget the Saturn in Aries Psychic Tarot reading. Saturn's in Aries for 2.5 years. So if you want to see how it's going to affect you and what my guides had to say, you may want to check those videos out. And Neptune in Aries Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings. That's a 14-year time frame that Neptune's in Aries. So if you want to see what my guides said for you there, you may want to check that video out. And I would go back and watch these videos over again through any of them, all the Vimeo videos. Don't just watch them once and then not watch them again. I would go back and watch. Once you purchase them, you know, and download them, you can watch them, and I would go back, especially on the Neptune in Aries over the 14-year time period and the Saturn in Aries over the 2.5-year time period. I would definitely check those out. I'm not going to name all the other video series. You can check them out for yourself. Now I'm going to talk about my giveaway for this new moon in Cancer on June 25th, 2025. So there's going to be 2 giveaways because I cannot ship, I don't want to pay to ship the objects or whatever I'm going to give away to outside the US. The shipping costs are just too expensive. They're even high for inside the United States. So first, for the US viewers, people in the United States, if you're interested, you can enter to win this Aries Zodiac pendant. It's by, what's it called? House of Harlow, 1960. You can get the Aries necklace, and I will ship it to you if you win, if I select you. And for outside the US, you're going to get the What's Lucky and New for You in 2025 psychic reading I did on Vimeo. And I'm going to email you the link. So here are the directions. Number 1, you need to be a subscriber. So you have to subscribe to this channel. Number 2, you need to comment in the comment section below, psychic crystal reading. That's for, if you live in the USA, you need to put psychic crystal reading USA. You're going to win the necklace. If you're outside the US, you need to write psychic crystal reading. That's it. The other direction is you need to follow me on Facebook at the Lucky Mermaid LLC. So you have to be a subscriber to the channel to win. You have to be a follower on Facebook. And on Facebook, you need to share the link of this video, because I post on Facebook when I do these videos here. I make a post letting people know, hey, go over and watch the video. So under that message I'm going to put on Facebook, I need to see that you have shared it. So you need to be a subscriber to the channel. You need to comment down below. And you need to be a follower of mine on Facebook and share this link to this video when I advertise it on there. That's how I'm going to select the winners. If I select you, I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to write it, but I'm going to announce it on the full moon in Capricorn video in July. So what you're going to do is when I select you, if you're in the USA, I'm going to let you know, and you've got to write Psychic Crystal Reading USA. You're going to write me at my business address, luckymermaid7@yahoo.com. And then you'll have to supply me with your mailing address so I can mail you this House of Harlow Aries zodiac pendant. If you're outside the US, you need to write psychic crystal reading, and then you email me at my business address once I announce it, luckymermaid7@yahoo.com. And then you're going to have to tell me which sign you want. Like emailing me, you got to give me the information. What zodiac sign do you want me to send you of the link of the video on Vimeo for what's lucky and new for you in 2025? I'm also going to write these instructions on my website. So I'm not sure what heading I'm going to put it under. I guess I'll put it under Psychic Readings under the drop-down menu on my website. Click on Psychic Readings and I'll have a separate page that's going to give these instructions so you can read it. So I do hope you'll win. And please, like I said earlier, please don't write me and tell me you won, because I had about 5 or 6 people do that last time. And I know who won. So please don't do that. It's not fair to the people that win, and it's not fair to me. I only have one Aries necklace to give away, and I don't want to be sending my links to Vimeo videos to people that didn't win. So please be honest in those videos. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Like I said already, I do truly appreciate it. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.